Hello everyone. Today I'll be doing a walkthrough of the NetWitness 12.5 feature Geneve Protocol parsing. NetWitness 12.5 supports parsing Geneve Protocol from packets and extracting relevant metadata and generating metas out of it. So what is Geneve Protocol? Geneve Network Protocol is a network virtualization protocol. The Geneve packet format consists of a compact tunnel header encapsulated in UDP over either IPv6 or IPv4. This Geneve header is followed by a set of variable length option fields in type length value format referred to as Geneve Tunnel Options. The vendor must provide the specifications for the Geneve Tunnel Options, which must be mapped to the NetWitness format. We can think of this Geneve Tunnel Options as a metadata that can be embedded in the Geneve packets that provides additional information like what's the user ID that initiated the transaction, location, timestamp, etc. This particular information needs to be the Geneve schema needs to be provided by the vendor because it is specific to each vendor, and this particular schema needs to be mapped to the NetWitness format. The decoder index XML file, that is the index decoder configuration XML file, defines the Geneve tunnel options. Let's take a look at the sample PCAP file having Geneve packets. So here is a sample PCAP file I have captured. And if we click on one of the packet frames and drill down, we see that this is the Geneve network frame encapsulated in UDP format. And if we see the options, the Geneve tunnel options, they are given over here. So this particular thing, Geneve options are specific to this particular vendor. This information is mapped to the NetWitness format as shown over here. So if I log into NetWitness and go to the decoder configuration, go to the files, go to index decoder XML file, and if I scroll down, so here is the Geneve schema that is being mapped to the NetWitness format for the vendor net scope. If we see over here, the mapping is done like suppose this is type ID 000C. It refers to this one, and this is the user ID for this particular vendor. The second 0D is the site information, which is not there in this particular frame. The 0E is the time format. And this particular, when the decoder parses this Geneve frame, it will also parse this Geneve metadata and generate metadata out of it. So for this particular username, the meta key that's referenced is the user. And if we see the format of this particular user is text. Similarly, if we see the timestamp, for the timestamp, it's event.time and the format is in time t. So based on the format that is being given, specified by in the vendor specification, it needs to be mapped to the NetWitness meta key format. So now I have captured few Geneve packets and ingested to the into the decoder. So we'll take a look at the events that are being generated for the Geneve format. So if I click on investigation view, go to the concentrator, click on data. I click on one of these particular events. This particular event is a Geneve one because it created a meta called tunnel.proto as Geneve. And the metadata that was generated is the who is the vendor. For this one is the next scope. This particular metadata is being the metas are created like the user ID, the event time, VNI. So depending upon the metadata that is being present in the Geneve packet and the schema that is been defined in the NetWitness index configuration file. Metas will be generated accordingly for the Geneve while Geneve package has been parsed. If we want to take a look at the Geneve configuration that has been defined in the index XML file, so then we can go to the decoder, click view, go to explore page, select the properties for the SDK node. On the drop down, select the Geneve opt API and click on send, and it will give all the Geneve configuration that has been defined in the index XML file. Please refer to the product documentation for more information on this feature. Thank you.